Corn, the little golden treasure. Before you take that next bite thinking it's just corn, take a second to reanalyze the taste and tell us if it is a fruit, a vegetable, a grain, or a treasure. Largely produced by the US, corn has moved from a famine saver in history to not just food by itself today, but also a source of a large number of food and non-food products. Did you know that corn was a raw material for the production of plastics, batteries, cosmetics, crayons, paints, glue, ethanol, carpets, and textiles? Did you also know that corn is fed to nearly every animal humans eat? Or did you know that corn is used in more than 4,000 everyday products? Well, ignorance of all this definitely implies ignorance of how corn has affected humanity. Corn is almost everything, therefore, there is a need to check its consumption just to make sure its privileges are extended to the future generation. This is the incredible story of corn, the little golden treasure. In the early 1970s, food prices soared all over the world, causing Nixon, a president at the time, to subsidize corn for his masses to feed on. In a way to play its part in the eradication of famine, Monsanto, an agricultural biotech company, genetically engineered corn seeds to make them hardier, and in a twinkle of an eye, there was plenty of corn. And of course, no one went hungry again. However came the worry of why so much corn is being produced in the world today and what it is actually being used for. Fast forward to today, corn, which is being classified as a fruit, vegetable, and grain, is everywhere. With the US being its largest producer, corn is the second most produced crop in the world, which accounts for 36% of exports in the US. There in particular, it is incredibly easy to grow and produce high yields, as evidenced by the wide extension of the Corn Belt, which stretches across the Midwest and Great Plains as far south as the Panhandle of Texas. The corn harvest there has increased from 2 billion to 10 billion bushels a year since 1950. The most familiar version of corn is the edible version, which has been broken down into obvious corn and stealth corn. Obvious corn, as the name implies, is regular corn prepared in different ways, like popcorn, canned corn, and the cob variety. Research has shown that this version, which often comes out whole, may or may not get digested. Corn can also be ground into a meal to make treats that still taste like corn, meals like cornbread, polenta, and corn tortillas. Interestingly, most synthetic vitamin C is gotten from genetically modified corn. Stealth corn, on the other hand, find their way into almost everything but still remain unnoticed. A lot of food products are being made from corn that fly under the radar, like corn oil, corn starch, dextrose, and high fructose corn syrup. Many people around the world use corn oil as cooking oil for frying, baking, and preparing foods like potato chips, mayonnaise, margarine, and salad. Wondering if you've ever had cornstarch? Of course you have. Cornstarch is used in baby food, breads, cakes, antibiotics, canned vegetables, beverages, or even dairy and meat products. While dextrose is in nearly every prepared food in the grocery store, corn is being fed to nearly every animal humans eat. 96% of animal feed grain in the US and a huge percentage around the world is made from corn, while nearly 39% of corn produced in the US is fed to animals. Chickens, which are omnivores, include insects, worms, and other grains and grasses in their diet, and cows prefer eating grass and hay. However, those raised in captivity are fed with a mixture containing a lot of corn. It doesn't end there, for the products made from these animals, like eggs from chickens and dairy products from cows, also end up being corn-fed by extension. Moving on to the unfamiliar version of corn, there have existed a large number of non-edible byproducts of corn, which are raw materials for the production of ethanol for fuel, plastics, batteries, cosmetics, binder for medications and vitamins, carpets and textiles, vitamin C, crayons, paints, and glue. Next time you're strolling down the grocery store aisles, take a closer look at those labels. You'll start to notice a pattern. Corn, corn, and more corn. Cornstarch is thickening up our favorite sauces and soups, while corn syrup is sweetening everything from sodas to candies. Indeed, corn is the secret ingredient hiding in plain sight. Let's end with a little story. A man once went to his favorite fast food restaurant for dinner. He walked to the counter, got the menu, and after reading through, he ordered for a cheeseburger, fries, and a large Coke. "There's no corn in any of these," he said to himself as he excitedly ate up. If only he knew that he was eating a complete meal, for the cow from which the meat and cheese came from was fed a steady diet of corn. The burger meat was bound together with corn, the bun was made with corn, corn oil was used to make the fries, while byproducts of corn contributed in the making of the cup and straw for the soda. Despite the very few disadvantages from some of its products, corn, like the Corn Kid mentioned in his interview on TikTok, is a must-try for everyone.
For me, I really like corn.
And be it knowingly or unknowingly, everyone has consumed corn, the little golden treasure. Thanks for choosing to make this corn discovery with us. Feel free to hit the subscribe button to keep track of our new content. Until next time.